Hey, this is John Herndon. I'm here with the one and only Miss Judy Shoulders. Miss Judy Shoulders is a longtime resident here at Paducah. Judy, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm well, I'm well. I'm so thankful that you're able to come and join with us today and have a little conversation.
I appreciate you asking.
I just want to get to know you a little bit more. And I
Okay.
want everyone else to get to know you a little bit better. Now, you're a longtime resident of Paducah, is that correct?
Right.
Are you born and raised here?
I was born at Riverside Hospital and been here all my life, except for a brief period. My husband and I moved to Grand Rivers, which is about 30 or 45 minutes away from here. But other than that, I've been in Paducah all my life.
Okay. And you attended Reland High School, is that correct?
I did.
Okay,
I
okay.
did.
Who were some of your good friends at Reland High School?
Well, actually, my husband was one of my good friends. We both were at Reedland, and Betty Scott, that belongs here, she was one of my
Betty
good
Scott,
friends.
okay.
And I remember Carol Story, and we had a lot of good friends. We were a close-knit group, I think, but just a close year, I guess, of friends at Reedland.
Anything special happened that you remember at Reland High School that you want to share? Anything exciting?
Well, I lived in the country, so I didn't have a really exciting life, but I was cheerleader.
A cheerleader, okay, great. I can see that.
Yeah, well, we did a lot, living out in the country. I had good friends that we walked to each other's house, and we always had a fall festival at school.
Okay,
And
okay.
we would all get together and have make homemade apple cider.
Really?
We just did
I'm a big fan of apple cider.
things that, well, being that it was made at houses and we picked our apples, but it was fun. We did fun things like that, and I was very blessed to have a great family. My mom and dad were just so good, and had brothers and sisters, and we all loved each other, and we still love each other.
Now, what was it like growing up in the Shoulders home, growing as a child?
As in the Shoulders
Yes.
home, well, very busy. I didn't work when they were little, and I just had fun. I was a room mother, and whatever they wanted to be a part of, I tried to be a part of it too. So, they were in band. They were active in elementary school. We had fall festivals that we worked at school. I was a room mother. Just a fun. We all went to church. We lived close to my husband's mother and dad, and it was a fun time for them they were very close to their grandparents. And it was just a normal, routine day, usually at our house.
Now, you were not originally a member of Cumberland Presbyterian, is that correct?
No, I was raised Catholic. My parents were Catholic. Actually, my mother was Presbyterian before
Okay.
she was Catholic. And my husband was Methodist, and I joined the Methodist church, and we went there for years. And then my grandmother was originally here, and I grew up in the old church that we had, coming to church with her, and I remember coming to Bible school, and Miss Lindsay, anyway, she was the Sunday school teacher.
Okay.
And a lot of the older saints that have passed away, I remember them growing up. And my grandmother cleaned the church,
Oh, really?
and we spent a lot of time with her, and we would walk from her house on Hofkamp Road over to the old little church, and I would help her clean the church. Well, I'm sure I didn't do a good job or anything, but
I'm
anyway,
sure you did.
those memories are just really special, being able to come to church with her. And we would go to the Catholic church at 7:30, and then we would come to church with her. So I feel like I've been a part of Presbyterian church for as long as I was a Catholic, actually.
Okay, okay. Now, who was the pastor when you first came?
Brother Ladd.
Brother Ladd. Okay.
I can remember him directing and singing Heavenly Sunlight.
Really?
Or no, Heavenly Sunshine. I can still see him singing Heavenly Sunshine.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now I'm gonna ask you something. What's your favorite song?
You know, I have so many of them, but I couldn't think of them. Now, the one that really comes to me, I still love Jesus Loves Me.
Oh, wow.
As for church, I love the B-I-B-L-E. I like a lot of the popular songs, but can't really think of the name of them. But can't think of one.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite movie?
Sweet Home Alabama.
That's a good movie.
I still love to watch that movie.
That's a good movie. How about your favorite actor or actress?
Growing up, I loved Doris Day and Rock Hudson. And
Rock Hudson.
Don't go to a lot of movies now, but I guess growing up, she was my favorite movie, the actress. And, I always loved Rock Hudson.
Okay. Now, what do you see? What would you like to see the future for Woodlawn Church?
For Woodlawn Church, I see exciting things. I see us growing. Maybe not in numbers so much, but spiritually, I see us growing, and I just think the excitement is what I feel. I'm thankful that you're here and that you have the good ideas, and I see us following through with you as our leader and showing us what we need to do. And I can't really think. Numbers are important, but I don't think they're as important as what we do with what we've got. And
Oh, that's pretty powerful.
I see us spiritually. I see us growing.
That's really important to grow spiritually. I'm very proud. I'm very honored. Very humbled to be here. I just want to be a part of a great team that's making a difference, that's winning souls for Christ. And this family, I consider this a family. This family is so close together.
And you know, my church family, not just my church, this church family is so supportive. And when my husband died, when I, had illnesses or surgeries, this church family, I mean, they've been there for me. And I don't think things can get actually any better, but I just know there's other people out there that need to know us too, to be a part of us.
That's really powerful. I've noticed so far in the short time I've been here is that when there's something to do, this church is like a group of working bees. They're like ants. They just get busy and they keep going and they don't stop. I experienced that barbecue on the river, and to sit back and watch the way that the family worked and how they put things together, and they were just so in sync with each other, and they were nonstop. There were people like you and Walter Bone. We had to just sit down, stop working so much.
Jessica and Charlie. I mean, they just,
Jessica's another one.
Yeah, she just goes like,
nonstop.
yeah, she does. And that's the positive thing about we're few in numbers, but we're mighty. I guess when there's something that needs to be done, somebody steps up to the plate. And
That's true.
that's the one thing I've noticed, in our family, that there's always somebody that will step up and do what needs to be done.
That's so true. Now, what's your favorite verse? What's your favorite Bible verse?
I love Philippians 4. I think it's 4. I can do all things through Christ. And I also love 2 Corinthians 10. I can't repeat all of it, but what it relates to is when I am weak, then I am strong. That's when I know God, when I have to depend on Him, I'm strong.
Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes there's more downs than ups, or sometimes there's more ups and downs. Our next generation, this new millennial, they've not experienced those things, and they don't know how to weather those storms. What could you tell them in supporting them and helping them?
I think it's the storms that allow you to grow and learn. When you think you can't go or do anything else, if you just, I tell my grandchildren that are in college that the test, they would be so nervous about having a test. They had all kinds of tests in high school, but there was something about college that just, and I said, guys, you know what you need to know, and say a prayer, and God's going to help you get through. And I think without prayer, I don't want to start crying, but I mean, God's got me through a lot of things that I didn't think I could go through. But He allowed this church family to be there for me and with me, and I think when you're going through the toughest, is when you're growing and you're learning.
That's powerful. Yes.
Because when you gotta depend on God, you got it made. I think.
If you're going to depend on anyone, depend on God.
Yeah, you got to. You just got to.
Somehow, I don't know, just our nature as men and women, we want to do good. We want to be able to help everyone, but we're limited.
Mm-hmm.
But with God, there's no limitations.
That's right. He can do anything, and don't ever think that something can't happen. Because if it's His will, it's going to happen. No matter if you mess it up, He can make it happen.
It's true.
And that's what I've learned. Because over the years, I mess up a lot, and I have messed up a lot.
Don't we all?
Yeah, but I think I've learned. I'm still learning. At 76, I'm still learning a lesson. And you just got to be willing, I think, to, it's like Brother Belt used to say, you don't have to, what was that? You got your availability. It's not your ability, it's your availability.
So true.
And you got to be willing to let Him use you.
That's true. That's so true.
That's, without Him, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't be anything. And I'm just so blessed to be a part of Woodlawn, and the church family means so much to me. And of course, I'm thankful for my family too, my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And that it was through Woodlawn that I think we all become the close family that we are.
Amen. That's powerful. So Woodlawn has been blessing people for years, and it's been an anchor to a lot of family and a lot of the great beacon light of hope.
Yeah.
A lot of families.
The preacher from Woodlawn used to come to eat Sunday dinner with my grandmother, and I feel like I've actually grown up here more so than in the. We went to the Catholic Church, but as far as being part of a church family, Woodlawn was always, you know. I remember them coming to my grandmother's house. She was a Sunday school teacher, and I remember the Sunday school teachers that I had as I come as a child in the Bible school, and it's just been a big part of this community.
That's true.
It really has.
That's great. Well, I thank you for taking time to talk to us today. I know that you're really busy. And
thank you for asking me.
Well, thank you. You've just been such a joy.
And I appreciate you. I really am so thankful to have you and Nellie here, and just glad you're part of our family.
Thank you. I love that. I love being part of this family.
Be glad when Nellie gets home.
So will I.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm here with Judy Shoulders. She's Miss Judy Shoulders. She's mom. She's just so sweet. There's no one sweeter. You touch her, you might get a toothache. She's that sweet. So thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you real soon. God bless.